Hey everyone, what's up? It's Finite MTG. We are back this time with an Ultimate Masters draft. Feels like this format was just here. Well, it was, but somehow we're doing a flashback. So let's dive right in. We've got Entomb as our rare, definitely a sweet card. Not sure I want to force Reanimator, but it is definitely a strong card to be able to do that. What I'm looking at right now is Wingsteed Rider as just one of the best commons in the set. Super aggressive, kind of scary. They call this a flashback draft, and I'm getting flashbacks of Theros right now, staring at this Wingsteed. Rootwalla, also a good common. Snake Umbra, very good. Otherwise, a fairly underpowered pack. Angler's also nice. I think you definitely could make a case for taking this Entomb, but I don't want to go that deep just yet. My Reanimator decks, I like starting out with either a Reanimator spell or a nice fatty to reward me for it. So I'm actually just going to take this Wingsteed, which maybe that's a little anti-fun, but what are you going to do? All right, there's the Crusher, the perfect follow-up. Snapcaster. I don't know what I was about to say. Snapcaster Mage, one of the most powerful cards in like Modern, for instance. Very, very strong card. Surprised to see it here second. There must have been, I don't know, a very solid common. Maybe someone else is on the Wingsteed plan, or a foil. Huh. Oh, no. The Faith's Fetters is the foil, and that's the card I'm looking at. Even as the aggressive deck, just having a 4-mana, very powerful removal spell is really nice. You could take the Snapcaster. I don't know if I would take the Crusher after passing the Entomb, but it does feel pretty bad seeing that Crusher here. Maybe we'll get rewarded and never see another like Reanimator type spell, something that actually gets something back from the graveyard, but it does feel a little bit bland to be on the white aggro and removal plan. Goryo's Vengeance. Well, that one doesn't reanimate the Crusher, so that's the good news for us. But what is there in this pack for us? There's Arena Athlete, which I do not want to third pick. Ether Snipe, which is a decent card. Probably something I would pick here. Other than that, not the most exciting pack. Wickerbow Elder is a solid card, but one I prefer in sealed. I think the black cards in this pack are fairly medium to bad. Rolling Temblor, really nice controlling card. Actually works with Wingsteed because Wingsteed has flying, but I think I'm just going to take this Ether Snipe. This pack is pretty underpowered for a Masters set, and I think Ether Snipe is just good enough. You can bounce your own Faith's Fetters, choose a new target, gain another 4 life. It's just a solid card. Ooh, speaking of solid cards, Boar Umbra is very nice. Hyena Umbra, also a strong card, but leaning toward the Boar Umbra at this point. Penumbra Worm is a good card to be sure, but 7 mana I've just found to be a little slow for what I want to do. But Boar Umbra on a Wingsteed Rider can just be game sometimes. Just get that nice 6/6 flying with totem armor. What's your opponent really going to do about that? I mean, Faith's Fetters is like the best possible answer. Just the Wind isn't a bad one either, but I think that's worth it over the Hyena Umbra. I'm not trying to force white-blue. I'll take whichever aggressive color is open and force that instead. And notably in this pack as well, we're not really seeing anything for the purposes of Reanimator, though I think this is the second Furnace Celebration. I think there was one with the Snapcaster, so it's possible that that was an option. Okay, this is a pretty unexciting pack, as they've kind of been so far. Counter Squall is sweet. Another Crusher is cool. Lens is a very strong card. Kind of surprised to see it here at this point. I think I'm looking at either Olivia's Dragoon or the Safehold Elite. Not really sure the Dragoon makes sense in this deck, as I don't think I'm going to be playing black. I also passed some black signals along the way, so probably doesn't make the most sense to. There's also a Nightbird's Clutches, which is a strong card, but I think I would rather just have this Safehold Elite than that or the Arena Athlete, as I do think I am going to end up as an aggressive deck. God's Willing. Okay, it's a strong card for sure. Also Adjust the Wind. Not adjusting the wind, but adjust the wind. Yeah, Counter Squall is sweet. Kind of makes me wish I ended up some kind of Reanimator control deck. It does seem more open than what I'm doing, but unfortunately I think it's way too late to pivot. That's okay though. I do love Just the Wind, don't get me wrong. It's such a good answer against both Reanimator and the aggro decks. You get to have auras fall off without interacting with totem armor. You get to set back the creatures that have been reanimated. But because I know that I'm playing white at this point, and I don't know what my second color is, I think I should just take this God's Willing. Ooh, and there's a Hyena Umbra to reward me. Sky Spear Cavalry, also a solid card, but, well, do I have enough creatures to just take another Umbra here? Maybe I should think about this. Magus is a sweet card, so's Garna. Living Lore is cool, but you kind of need Treasure Cruise to make that work. There's a Twins if I had picked up the Olivia's Dragoon. I do think Hyena Umbra is very strong. I think Cavalry is a little bit more replaceable. I'm just going to take this Umbra. I think the card is just more powerful. Okay, there's another God's Willing, which at this point I'm not sure if I'm even interested. Could take Ghoulsteed. It's a decent card. Dreamscape Artist is also a nice card, but doesn't really go in the kind of deck that I'm playing. I think I am just going to take another God's Willing here. See if white being open in pack 2 will be able to help me out, because I don't expect anyone else is going to be moving into white the way I've drafted this. But I really would just love for green or blue to send me a nice signal, but what's happening now is fine too. Okay, this Gurmag Wield. Turn to Mist is okay. It's no Just the Wind. That's like the primary comparison. It does save my own creatures from removal, but as I'm trying to stack up auras on top of them, I'm not sure that I'm happy about that. Death Denied and Dark Dabbling are both fine. Rally the Peasants. Maybe Rally's the best pick for me here. I just don't think I'm going to be playing black, and I could end up white-red pretty feasibly. Passing a Crusader, I think that's fine. Okay, a bunch of black cards, though there were a bunch of black cards in this pack originally. I don't think any of them are very good. Fine taking a Repel. Not sure I'll play it or not, but might as well take the white signaling. Ooh, Undying Rage. I actually do really like this card. At this point, we are a little heavy on things to target creatures as opposed to the creatures themselves. But as you can see with a very late Arena Athlete, I think that's fine. We can pick those up later. Undying Rage is really just a solid card. Crowan Crusader and Molten Birth. I don't really like this card very much, but I think it's possible my deck is aggressive enough that I want it. So I'm going to take it. It could end up Boros Hyper Aggro. Ooh, and there's the Arena Athlete that we wanted. Someone's getting a very late Crusher. This card is good, but we found our colors. We are white-red aggro. There's another Arena Athlete too. It's a nice payoff there. Ingot Chewer for the sideboard. Wow, Sublime Archangel. Let's move these stinky blue and green cards to the sideboard. So pick order in this pack for me. Clearly, Sublime Archangel is going to be the strongest card. Seconded by Fiery Temper. Really nice, solid removal spell. And then actually Cathodion is third for me. I mean, there's not really too much competition. I guess the Crier's sort of okay. But 3 mana 3/3, you gotta respect this card. Put some respect on the name of Cathodion. This card is very good. Or at least very underrated. You don't take damage from the extra mana, which means, you know, it's basically just a 3 mana 3/3, super castable, no downside. I guess the downside is it gets hit by Artifact Hate, but that is not even main deckable in my opinion, so let's just take the Sublime. Save the Cathodion rants for when I pick one up later. Ooh, Gamble. I do love that card, which is probably a really bad sign, but the card is sweet. The action maybe not so much. Murderous Redcap, also a very good card. Man, this is close. I would love to get a late Gamble. There's also a Cathodion in this pack, Conviction as well. So really getting rewarded for how I've done things so far. I think Murderous Redcap is just a little bit short of Flametongue Kavu in terms of what that does. And I think that's just going to be good enough for me. I'm an aggressive deck. I want to just get in there. Gamble does have the ability to get me like Faith's Fetters or Sublime, which are two relatively unique effects that I have going on so far in this deck, but I think the red cap is just going to be strong enough, which is sad, but Gamble is a tiny bit too inconsistent. Okay, this pack. It's pretty unexciting for me, not gonna lie. Mammoth Umbra is fine. 5 mana is a lot, but does what you want it to. Not sure if I want the second Hyena Umbra here. Mad Prophet is a nice one. Definitely good at turning your dead cards in the late game into extra spells that you could need. Mistveil Plains does almost nothing if I recall. Yeah, Spoils of the Vault is an extremely sweet card, but don't think I want to be doing that. I'm also not splashing for it. But yeah, I think it's going to be a Mad Prophet here for me. Spark Spitter's fine. I don't really have any Madness cards to go with it. Doesn't work with Undying Rage. Yeah, I think I'd rather just have a Prophet. I think this is a better rummaging, or I guess discarding effect, because this one does not rummage. That would be extremely good if it did both. Lava Spike. Am I that aggro? I don't know about that. So this pick for me is going to be between Thermo Alchemist and Cathodion. And if you remember the stuff I said before, I do love me a Cathodion. So pretty sure that's going to be my pick. Another problem with the Thermo Alchemist in this deck, one, we have very few spells. We have, what, 2 God's Willing? Probably going to play Rally main deck, but maybe a Repel. Not sure about that one, so that's like 3.5. Where Cathodion does exactly what you want it to do. It's just a nice, powerful threat, beats down well. You can actually enchant it with things where enchanting Thermo Alchemist seems pretty bad. Can't even give it lifelink or anything sweet like that. So yeah, we're just going to take it. Let's do it. Ooh, Phoenix versus Fiery Temper, and there's also a Fire Ice and a Sky Spear. Okay, so I think Phoenix is a really powerful evasive threat. That's going to be pretty important to me, but how important is Fiery Temper? I don't really have removal. I have God's Willings, Hyena Umbras. I think the Phoenix is more important than Fiery Temper, and that's really sad, but just having a powerful flyer is how I'm going to be able to win games, where Fiery Temper is a nice way to try to get in those last points of damage, maybe take out a blocker, maybe kill an opponent from a low life total, but there's a chance I wheel one of these, which, not a very high chance, but a chance nonetheless. Wouldn't mind wheeling one of the white cards either. Double Cleave is also fine, but 4 mana 4/2 flyer is just an overstated card. I do like Malevolent Whispers. The card is good. There's also another Undying Rage. I think I'm taking this for the sideboard, and it is a little early to make a sideboard pick, but I think that's fine. I don't care about Heap Doll. I'd rather play Beckon Apparition, 100%. Turn to Mist, again, is okay. And Rage is... The second one is a lot worse, especially with a Hyena Umbra already in my deck. But I only have 2 Umbras now that I cut the boar. Which is just important to note. Crier, not very exciting. This card does have Madness, so that works with a Mad Prophet. Maybe I can play it at instant speed. And yeah, that's just going to be our pick here. Not sure if I'll main deck it or not. Ooh, these are both really nice. So I do love 3 mana 3/3s, but 3 mana 3/3 flyers, that seems a little bit better. Play Crone Crusader turn 1, then pick it up on turn 3. Virtually no cost to you. Well, a slight cost, but just not a very steep one. Yeah, this card's just good. Kind of wish I had a second Hyena Umbra at this point, but yeah, I think this is a pretty clear Angel for me. Pack 2 has gone really well so far. Yet another Cathodion being passed, though. It's a sad day. I could have like 3 or 4. Okay, there's an Arena Athlete, and I am a little low on 2-drops, so even though I don't love a Goblin Piker with a bit of upside, I am going to take it, I think. Spark Spitter is generally a card I would consider better, but I just need to fill out my curve. Alright, this pack. We have Faithless Looting, which is a powerful card, but not one that we can really use to our advantage. Might still be my pick here. Do not think we're a Furnace Celebration deck. We could be a Molten Birth deck. Faithless Looting does get a lot worse without the Fiery Temper, but I think that's okay. I I think looting is just so much better than the rest of these cards. I don't know if it'll make my deck, but I'm still just going to take it here. Can get me out of mana screw situations. Wow, the gamble wheeled. Maybe people just don't like a good gamble as much as I do, but I was considering taking this card the first time around, so I'm super happy. Again, very sad. 3 mana 3/3 going to waste, but taking the gamble, just finding one of our really powerful 4 mana cards sounds too good to pass up. Got a nice Mammoth Umbra on the wheel here, not opposed to playing that one. Spoils, of course, going very late because the card will kill you if you play it. Interesting. So we have a Goblin Piker with haste, but it's hard to cast, or straight up Lava Spike. I don't think we're a Lava Spike deck. I'm going to take the Shred Freak. Okay, Double Cleave. One of the weaker cards that I hope to wheel out of this pack, because there were so many good cards in it, but a card I will take nonetheless. It's a fine combat trick. Might even main deck it. We'll see. Beckon Apparition. Nice sideboard card. Fume Spitter. Can go over here. I would love to Malevolent Whispers my opponent's Eldrazi, make them sacrifice their own permanents. I also wish I could just sacrifice the Eldrazi to itself, but that's fine. This pack is extremely underwhelming for us, so that's not the best. We're looking at a Generator Servant, a Lotus Eye Mystics, a Mad Prophet. Is the second Mad Prophet really the best card for me here? Lotus Eye Mystics is okay. All the times I've played this card, I found that it just doesn't do very much. It's not very often you have an enchantment card in your graveyard, so I'm not too sure about that. I also don't have that many enchantments, right? I've got Hyena Umbra, Mammoth Umbra, Faith's Fetters. Yeah, no, that's just not very many. I think I'm going to take Mad Prophet first pick, which is a little bit painful, but pretty sure the rest of the pack will go a little better. Besides, we already have 24 playables. We don't need anything else. Ooh, Vexing Devil? 4 mana Lava Spike? Or 4 damage Lava Spike, I should say. It's interesting. I don't think it's the card I'm going to pick. I think we're in on another Cathodion here. Only 2 so far. Lava Claw. It's a little bit sad to see that one going by. Starting to think white was not very open in this direction. That's okay, though. We've got enough solid white cards. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to take a Cathodion here. Seize the Day. That is a sweet one with Gamble. There's also Safehold Elite, which might just be a card that I need. However, Seize the Day with Sublime Archangel, that's extremely powerful. I do really like this card with Gamble. The problem is my deck doesn't really know if it's a go wide deck or a go tall deck, I guess. Whoops. I don't know if I can pass this up. Another red rare that works well with both of my other rares. Yeah, it seems really sweet. Reckless Charge is interesting. Conviction's really good with, well, the one heroic card in my deck. Safehold Elite would be a nice card to wheel, but I'm going to take Seize the Day. Let's see what happens. Whoops. I really could use higher number of solid 2-drops like the Safehold Elite, so maybe that pick will come back to bite me. I just don't think it will. Love to cut an Athlete or two. Yeah, I guess I said this was the only heroic creature in my deck, so pretty clearly false. Wow, Vengevine. Black-red's open, green is open. Not my colors, though. Terramorphic Expanse, I think, is fine, even in a fairly aggressive deck like this. I could also take the Thermal. Thermal Alchemist is a solid card. I still don't think I really have the spells to support this. Got Gamble, Looting. That's 4, 5, 6 maybe? 7. I do have 7, and it is a solid 2-drop. Is it better for me than a land? I do have some double white. This is really close. I think I'm going to take the land. I just don't know if that card will make my deck, and I know the land will help me out no matter what. Soulsfire is really nice. Reckless Charge is fine. Fire is also decent. Is Soul's Fire much better than regular fire in my deck? How big are my creatures? It's better with Arena Athlete, all three of them, but only marginally. It's better with Wing Steed. It's better with Angel. Honestly, I think fire might just be better for me. It's cheaper. I don't get blown out if they remove my thing in response. Does just about the same amount of damage. It doesn't trigger heroic, that's the one thing, unless I'm pinging my own thing, but you can also get 2-for-1s off of a couple X1s, so I'm actually taking fire here. Pretty surprised about that. Squee is kind of cool. Not sure I'll be taking that, though we do have 2 Mad Prophets, which is sweet. Sweet. Malevolent Whispers number 2 is interesting. I think I'm taking Squee just as a kind of funny sideboard card. Blocks well, I guess, if that comes up. If somebody has like a Walker of the Grove Angelic Renewal combo, then I can block a 7/7 for a long time. But probably shouldn't be main decking a 3-mana 1/1. 2-mana 3/1. That is where I want to be. So Crone Crusader, not super excited. Double Cleave, already have one. Spark Spitter, you've heard it already. But Wandering Champion, I think this card's going to be solid. And it's if you control a blue or red permanent, I get to rummage. So potential rummager sounds really good to me. Wow, another one? Yeah, these are just way better than the 2 drops I already have. I would have liked to Safehold Elite. Not sure if we'll wheel the one from before, but just making... Whoops. Just taking some better 2 drops is definitely something I want to be doing. There's this disappointing original pack once again. I think I'll take Lotus Eye for the sideboard. Vexing Devil, kind of a funny card. I think I'm going to take Turn to Mist. Decent against the mirror and saves my things from removal. Yeah, this just doesn't seem 1-mana deal for. Like, if I'm not interested in Lava Spike, I probably don't want this. Yeah, let's take Turn to Mist. Unicorn is interesting. Is it better than Reckless Charge, or the other way around? I do already have a lot of spells that target creatures. I've got 15 creatures. I think I am going to take this Reckless Charge. Hopefully that's not too bad. It's just a card I could see myself main decking, where the Unicorn I could main deck, but it's a little disappointing. Guess I could take Martyr against an aggressive deck. I just don't care about the planes. Super late Ether Snipe, by the way. And Fulminator Mage, also for the sideboard. Cool card, but in a Phantom Draft, not going to be doing too much. Renewal is kind of cool, I guess. And last pick a Crone Crusader. Not sure I want to be playing that card. Alright, let's take a brief look at deck building here. Only 2 Cathodians. Must have spent 10 minutes talking about them, but only 2. Take the land out for now, but it'll be coming back. Whoops. There we go. So best spells are going to be like Faith's Fetters, Fire, probably Gamble is up there. These are like mid-tier spells, if you will. Wonder how good Rally is in this deck. It's probably fine. Double Cleave is kind of whatever. Could definitely end up cutting some of these. I do like Undying Rage quite a bit. I think I would put it up in this tier. Playing all of these. Rally's like close. And then... I don't know. This is maybe over here. Alright, let's take a look at the rest. This should be... I don't really know. Put it here for now. Okay. 2-mana 3/1s. Yes, please. Cathodions. Actually, just all of my 3-drops are great. So that's perfect. That's where I want to be. This card is good. The flyers are very good. I think I'm playing at least one Mad Prophet, maybe both. Not sure about this Akroan Crusader. I just don't think a 1-mana 1/1 is going to be very good. Now I can cut like 4 spells. So I don't think I want to go lower than 14 creatures in the stack. So let's say I'm playing all of these. Kind of unfortunate we didn't wheel the second Safehold Elite, but that's how it goes. Sometimes other people just respect the 2-drop. Did this sort by cost? It did. That's annoying. So I think I'm playing all of these. These are the ones I'm not sure about. So let's take them all out, slowly start to add them back. All right, fire over here. I think Mammoth Umbra is something I'm interested in. I think this card is good. So I'm only adding 3 cards back. So let's see. Say there Mammoth Umbra. Maybe Seize the Day just to try it out. Does look like a fun card. Not sure if it's very good. Yeah, I mean, it's good with like exactly Sublime Archangel. Yeah, I probably should have just taken the Safehold Elite over that. Let's see. Mammoth Umbra. I think this deck could play Rally. And then maybe Faithless Looting. I think these are probably the best cards. This gets us out of Mana Screw or helps us in the late game. Even though it's not super synergistic with what we're doing. Guess we can discard Rally and flash it back. It's kind of cool. Alright, let's try something like this. Do I want to play any of these? I don't think so. I don't really love Reckless Charge. Repel is like okay. And Seize the Day is sweet, but yeah, it was probably just a loose pick. Alright, well, with that said, let's sort by color. I'm actually going to put in Reckless Charge just because Magic Online will screw up the land thing. Oh, it did screw it up anyway. Okay. Do the same thing then. Oh, it's still screwing it up. Double red. I don't have a double red card that's not hybrid. Oh well, close enough. Okay, 9/7, so let's cut a plains. Let's add to deck. Let's take out all the bad cards that I don't actually want to play. Add back Safehold, Fire Ice, Expanse, and Murderous Redcap. Okay. The reason I did that was because Magic Online will automatically add basics of the wrong color based on these hybrid cards. So I do not want a forest, do not want, well, I mean, this isn't a hybrid card, but still, I don't want any islands and no swamps, please. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I think this deck is pretty good. We'll see. I mean, 2 Cathodians, so that's like 2 out of 3, right? Anyway, once again, thanks for watching. We'll see you back for round 1.